Hello!
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Spiritual Superpowers. I know you can't tell right now, but I'm Caron, this is Dawn. And we have a great episode for you today.
Yes, today is the New Year episode. We're coming up on the end of 2021 and we thought we'd end this year with a special episode on some ideas of how to... It's hard to watch because we're filming, right? But we can see ourselves. So it's hard.
Okay.
It's hard to keep a straight face when we look like this.
Yep.
We are going to talk about vision boards. Yes, our dear friend, Dr. Wendy Davis, she is a naturopath out in Windthorst, just outside of Regina. And she wrote a really great blog post about some things to do to prepare for the coming year. And one of them is creating a vision board.
Yeah.
And some other people might know them as dream boards or goal boards. But it's something that I've been using my entire life pretty much, and you as well.
I have one,
And what a great way to kind of think about what you want in 2022. And especially with the way that things have been the last year and a half, some of us might feel like we don't quite have much of control or say in our lives right now because of the pandemic. But if we all rally up and we have these super powerful vision boards, then we're putting that out there to the universe, and it might open up more opportunities for yourself and for everyone else as well. Yeah. So as we say goodbye to 2021, a fun activity to do is a vision board. And it really is fun because it's a creative way of turning your wants, your wishes, your goals into something more tangible. And it creates that, or it helps tap into the right side of the brain and the creative side of things, which also helps us emotionally.
Right.
Yeah. And in the movie The Secret, they actually talk about, I think it was Jack Canfield actually talks about how he had a vision board and the emotions that it invokes when you look at all the things that inspire you and you want to achieve. That emotion is really a key in helping to manifest.
Right. And manifesting basically on a quantum level is taking those things that you create on your vision board and finding them in the quantum field and attracting them towards you.
And since like is attracted to like, when you feel that love and excitement about something, then it's easier to match up with it in the quantum field and for it to be drawn to you. Yeah. So in Wendy's article, and we will be sure to include a link to that blog post below, as well as to her website, because she has quite a bit of great information. She's got a tea line, and she's just an overall great human being. So one thing that she actually has in her post here is some things that you can actually think about, including in your board. And she recommends images, words, quotes, affirmations, relationships that you might want to see, whether it's romantic or family or friends, health, finances, spirituality, personal growth, enjoyment, fun, and physical environment as well. And these are all kind of pieces of the pie when it comes to life coaching, all the areas for a whole, being.
Yeah.
And I am old-fashioned with mine.
Yes.
I still go through magazines or I go on Pinterest and I print out the pieces. And here's actually a clip of what my board looks like right now. And I print them out and I put them up. But you were telling me that there's actually...
Yes, there's vision boards online.
Yeah.
So you just copy and paste and, it's all done on your computer. But then you print out the actual finished product after, so you can put it up somewhere.
Yeah. And it's fun. I mean, like, what what could be more fun than dreaming big and envisioning and thinking about everything that we want? I think that that's something we don't do enough of. We are often aware of what we don't want.
Right.
But when do we actually sit down and talk or think and lay out things that we do want?
Right. And then to have that visual representation of it in front of you so you can revisit it often. And I think that's important too.
And in Wendy's article, she talks about how in Psychology Today, they reference that by putting it down in writing or on paper is actually something that helps to motivate someone to stay in that frame of mind to achieve the goals that you want. And if it's in a vision board, it's in your face, right? You're constantly reminded. I know that when I see mine, a lot of the times there's some things on there that I actually forgot that I put up. And so it's a good idea to go back, visit, and connect. Like, I don't know what you do, but when I see my board, I actually kind of look at everything and I, you know, that when you daydream, it feels good. It's like when you imagine yourself winning the lottery and all the things you would do with it. Yeah, that kind of thing. Like you get excited and you can feel it, you know, in your body. And I love to do that. And I try and hone in on each piece that I have and create that energetic connection and that emotional connection to whatever's on my board at that time.
So what's going to be on your vision board for 2022?
I know, because 2021 was a big year.
Yeah.
I got divorced. I got remarried. I went to France, biked around there. I did Ironman, building a house. Went back to school full time to do my PhD. So it has been quite a successful year.
Yeah.
For 2022, I would actually really like to build a vineyard. So I will be putting a picture of a vineyard and wine grapes on that board. Of course, I'll be in the full swing of my studies, so I will have some pictures of like either graduation and you know, like focusing on school. Yeah. I would also like to actually volunteer a little bit more. And I think putting some things up that remind me of volunteering would, I think, create that nice memory so that opportunity will come. Because I know right now with COVID, the ones that where I was volunteering are actually closed down.
Right.
So maybe by putting that connection in there, it'll help to create that positive vibe and, again, help us move past COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finishing the house would be nice. And I'm doing Ironman California.
Oh, right. Yes.
So
Another
Ironman. So I plan on training for this one. So I will.
Well, training physically, not just mentally.
Yes, training physically and mentally. Yes. And so I will probably put some triathlon stuff up there as well. Yeah. And what about you? Do you have any idea what you would put on your board for 2022?
Yeah. I mean, one is my health. That's a priority. I want to really get beyond that, of course. You know, my goals in 2020 are health, to not worry so much about what's next. You know, just enjoy the present moment so much more.
So would you be then putting things on your board that you already love and have? Okay.
If I have a really enjoyable experience, I'll put that on my board, right?
Okay.
So you don't know this, but I have your wedding invitation on my board.
Really?
Because that was such an amazing
that
thing
was
to see my best friend, marry the love of her life. So anyway, so I kind of do that. I put different things, or a medal from a race or whatever. Put that up there. So it's reminds me, I guess, how far I've come, and to keep moving forward, but not to worry about that moving forward so much. Yeah.
Wow, I love that idea.
Yeah.
That is I'm going to start doing that too. Yeah. And I think anything that brings up joy, love, gratitude is so important. and that's what keeps our energy high.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if something happens that evokes that kind of feeling, put it up there and remind
Put it
yourself
up there.
of it. Yeah.
I put my pictures of polar bears.
Yes.
And a hawk feather up there. I've
good.
got all sorts of stuff like that.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do stuff like that on my altar.
Oh yeah.
But I really like the idea of the vision board, because I think the key to a vision board is knowing what you want and then having that emotion with it, because emotion is energy in motion. So that's how we attract what we want.
Yeah.
All right. So think about doing a vision board. Think about what it is that you really want. I think that that's something that a lot of us are not the best at doing. And I personally like to start with values. Anything that brings me joy and gratitude, I know is something that I want. And we will also end our episode with a card draw. We did this last year and it was a hit. So we will do a 3-card draw. And when you select your card, we will include a description of the card below. So we're just going to take a moment here and set the space. I want you to take a deep breath in, maybe close our eyes, ask the universe for some guidance for 2022, and ask the universe to draw you to the card that has the message for you for 2022. Yeah. Okay, so for those of you who aren't familiar with our card draws, we are using the Hero's Journey Oracle card. And to set the space, I ground myself, I clear the cards, I wake them up with a little bit of a shuffle, and then I put them between my hands, and I ask that I be guided to provide everyone with messages for 2022. And then I'm going to shuffle the deck until I feel like it has been shuffled. Typically what I get is I get a set of 3 numbers. So in this one I got 5, 7, 9. So I shuffle according to those numbers. And then I actually cut the deck. So I do it 3 times. I go forward and back, left to right, and then right to left. And the top 3 cards are the cards that we are meant to see. So card number 1, does this card resonate with you? Card number 2. Card number 3. Okay.
All right.
So does everyone have their card? All right. So if you picked card number 1, you have attuned to the call. Tune in and turn on. I love it. This is a fun card. Yeah. Okay. Did you pick card number 2? If you did, this is your card. It's called How Much Good Can You Handle? Oh, this one sounds good.
I like that.
Explore the upward spiral of grace.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. And if you picked card number 3, you picked Plant the Seeds of Intention. Go, grow, and glow.
Go. Always a good message.
Yes. There you go. Card number 3. So if you're curious to know what the cards mean, scroll down, have a look at your card. Feel free to look at the other cards.
Yeah, but they're all great messages,
Yeah, they are. They're all really positive.
Calling people to kind of find their spiritual superpowers within themselves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right. Well,
Oh, yes.
on that note, Happy New Year, everyone.
Yes. Happy New Year. All the best to you and your loved ones during this holiday season. And welcome 2022.
Yeah. And if you like this episode or you like our glasses, please give us the thumbs up.
But if you don't like our glasses, don't give us a thumbs down.
All positive vibes.
Yes. Yes.
So,
And if you're curious about seeing more episodes, especially those coming in 2022, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell next to it.
yeah, you don't want to miss another episode, especially.
Clearly.
You know, what will we be wearing next? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we look forward to lots more fun episodes in 2022.
Yes. All right. Take
Okay,
care. Happy
bye.
New Year.